Sock Passe.
What's up, world? Welcome to another episode of the Team Sock Passe podcast. My name is Glad.
And I'm your boy, Rob. We are your favorite Team Sock Passe podcast show where we interview great entrepreneurs from all sectors of industry. And remember, subscribe, share, comment below. Subscribe, share, comment below. Glad, what's up?
What's up, man? We got a great guest for you guys today. Our brother. I'm telling you guys, this guy is doing everything. He's a jet setter. And he does everything.
Yeah.
But specifically, he's a realtor.
Yeah.
And he's account manager of partnerships for the Miami Heat. Yeah, you heard me right. The Miami Heat. We're gonna talk about it. Our brother Joze. What's up, my brother?
What's up,
All right.
What's up?
All right.
I haven't seen you guys in a long time. Way back. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We did that tour in
It was like
Barclays.
2015, 2016,
Right.
I think.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
that was-
crazy how I came to know you. I was at the barbershop. When did Barclays open?
Oh, 2012. We
Okay,
officially opened.
so when Barclays opened,
Yeah.
I'm at the barbershop and they was running some type of promotion. This is when I was still living in Brooklyn at the time.
Mhm.
And my barber was like, yeah, they giving out like tickets or whatever. And you need to speak to this guy named Joze. I'm like, oh, word? All right, cool. And that's how we connected.
Yes.
And ever since then, you were the man. If I wanted to go to Barclays, you were the man to get the tickets from.
Yeah, I remember that. I think I worked with the barbershop and did like a partnership deal with them to promote for me and sell tickets.
Okay.
And then we had the flyer up
Yes.
on the wall. And then it hit me up to call tickets. But that was just tapping into the community, tapping into Brooklyn.
Smart.
And that's what set me aside from my peers and the people I work with,
Right.
because I grew up in Brooklyn. I'm from Brooklyn. I know all the areas. I know what people are looking for. I know how to talk to them. Right. So they're gonna ask for deals. What can you do for me? So Glad's like, so I got fed. Kiso, I got fed. What's going? Can you do this? Can you do that? Negotiate.
Right.
Talking to people of your culture, where you're from.
True.
And because I knew the community, it gave me an advantage doing ticket sales and talking to all the Brooklyn people. And I was able to build in that community. And when you called me, it was easy to talk to you, easy to work with. It wasn't someone else from outside of Brooklyn, New York selling you tickets, but I was able to show you the experience. But yeah, we opened 2012. You came out. I think you shot a free throw. I don't remember if you
I made it in.
You
I made the
Yeah,
free
yeah,
throw.
yeah.
I remember that. I remember
That's
that.
legendary to have
Yeah.
Brooklyn, right?
Yeah.
It's, if you count it, if it was its own city, it would be the fourth largest city in the US.
Wow.
Just because of the population.
Mm.
And to be able to open up a sports arena, a sports franchise in a borough.
Yeah.
Every city has a team.
Yeah.
But a borough has their own team.
Right.
And that's amazing. So when
Yeah.
it opened up, it just shocked the world, really.
Yeah,
for
You know,
definitely
you're in
did.
New York City, so it shocked the world. So yeah, I'm glad you guys came out. We did the tour. We were trying to do the Haitian basketball team. So
Yeah.
I say you
Yeah.
guys
Right.
gave me the shirt. I got
No
a
doubt.
bunch of likes with that shirt, man.
Okay.
No doubt. You always repping the culture. You know what I'm saying?
Always.
How does one even get in? Like, how did you get this? Like, it's like a cool job. I mean, we're gonna talk about how it's a hustle, it's a grind.
It's a grind.
It sounds fancy, right? And we're gonna talk about account partnerships, account manager being for the Miami Heat. Sounds fancy, but I know it's a grind.
Yeah.
How did you even get into sales at the Barclays?
So a lot of people growing up, it's either you want to be a basketball player. So I remember growing up, I was trying to be a basketball player, but I never reached, 6'8", 6'9". So, you know what I mean? But I was nice. I wish my mom put me in AAU. I would have been like Chris Paul. Me and Chris Paul is like right here, but that's for another podcast.
So you're a sports fanatic.
Yeah, I'm a sports fanatic. But because I knew, it's like 1 in a million chance to get to the NBA. What's another route to work in sports? And the only thing I knew, or most kids around me too, is either your player or your coach or maybe the GM, So being able to learn about the different roles in sports was what clicked for me. And I like to go to schools. I like to tell kids about it because it was exposure. Somebody told me, and that's how I knew about different opportunities to work in sports. We all love sports. You want to work somewhere you're passionate about. I remember in high school, shout out to John Dewey. I remember in high school, there was a rumor that the New Jersey Nets was going to Brooklyn. They got Jay-Z to tap in. I'm like, that would be crazy. So ever since then, I'm going to be working there.
Wow.
Right. I gotta be
Wow.
working for Brooklyn
Manifested it.
somehow, some way. Like,
Wow.
and it's pride. I was like, you coming to my borough? I'm gotta be in there. So I just worked my way into it by networking, finding out who does what, learning about the industry, what other jobs are there. And luckily, thanks to God, I got an internship at Madison Square Garden while I was still in college. Because it took years. They had, legal suits. They had to get permits.
Right.
People didn't want them to go there. They were protesting. So
Right,
it took
right.
a
I
while
remember
from
that.
my junior year in high school before they. So at that time I was like in college. So now I got an internship at Madison Square Garden.
Mhm.
And once you get an internship or some type of sports job on your resume, it's an industry where once you have that, you're good to get another interview. At least.
That's what's up. And how did you find out about the internship?
Applying, just pressing that apply. Madison Square Garden.
Wow.
Okay.
And then when I got there, that's when I did heavy networking, from talking to the janitor, to my boss, to the executive, to his boss, and everybody, and just letting people know what I wanted to do. You'd be surprised at how much people want to help. And you may see somebody, you think, no, I can't talk to them. I can't. That guy, he's
Right.
up there. Just tell him, say hello. And tell them what you want to do. And that's a big thing, having the emotional intelligence, being able to, they call it soft skills, to talk to people. Just go up. Some people, is shy or they don't know what to say, but just start with hi and see where it goes. And then my networking helped me to go to Jersey. I only did 3 months in Jersey.
What was your internship involved in?
It was HR. It was HR.
Oh, HR.
Yeah,
Okay,
great
okay.
question. So HR helped me, expose me to all the different departments. So you could be in finance, you could be in legal, you could be in operations. So there's different, it's a business. Right. Each business has marketing, has different sectors. And I was exposed to it. I see what they did. And I remember I seen one lady, this when Mello came to New York.
Oh, yeah.
It was a zoo. I seen this one lady. She was walking down the court. I'm like, who is that? She's just walking down the court, regular clothes. She's not a coach. She's not a player. And she does ticket sales. So ticket sales is the easiest way, less barriers of entry, easiest way to get into sports, because it's the hardest job to do too. That's why it's the easiest way. And that grind of ticket sales is a whole nother level, which I'll tell you about. But I saw her and then found out what she did ticket sales, that relationship. She had friends in Jersey who worked for the Nets. Then I was still in college, so I got another internship in Jersey, networked again. So when they came to Brooklyn, I was already family. I was already there. They already knew me. I was helping them pack boxes. Let's go, because I had to wake up 5 a.m. every morning to take the NJ Transit to get to East Rutherford to work every day and as an intern.
Wow.
So, but I knew the end goal. I knew what it was going to lead to, the relationship. So when it came to Brooklyn, everybody's going to want to go work in Brooklyn. So being early, I was able to be a familiar face. So when the interview came, they already knew me.
It was simple.
Yeah.
Wow.
They knew my work ethic. I knew the people there. I knew who was interviewing me. I already worked for them, worked with them, helped out, volunteered. So it was an easy transition.
And how long was this internship for?
It was 6 months.
6 months. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
6 months. Stipends, college credit, but the networking that it provided you, and you got to learn how the business works, just being exposed to it. Then we came to Brooklyn. Jay-Z opened up 8 shows. Ever since then, just doing ticket sales.
How was that moment opening up, man?
Well, being from Brooklyn, man.
Like you were in the building. That's what's up.
In the building.
That's what's up.
Jay-Z did, I don't know how he did 8 shows. Gotta do the same performance. You wake up, go back, wake up, go back.
That's crazy.
But he christened the building. But just when the arena was built, I was there with the hard hat, construction hat, dirt on the floor when they're building it. And I had to sell tickets to a building that's not even there yet.
Wow.
And I was calling people. So in ticket sales, you gotta make like 100 calls a day. Grinding.
Wow.
People tell you, what? No. Man, it's not even gonna be built yet. What are you talking about? Another call. But I did very well just because I knew the company. I knew Brooklyn. I knew the city. Glad mentioned I had a flyer in a barbershop. I don't know, maybe Levels or somewhere.
It was Levels.
Right, Levels.
But I was just tapping into my borough compared to my coworkers who probably from out of state, Massachusetts, somewhere else, right?
Gotcha.
So I had the advantage over them. So I just took over. This 1 month I sold over $90,000 worth of tickets before the building even opened.
Wow.
In 1 month. So, but it wasn't easy. It was a grind. But when you're passionate and you have an end goal, you know, you don't even look at that. You just wake up, go get it. And then it led to more and more opportunities.
Wow.
Man. So, were you also selling tickets for like because I think before, was it the Islanders or the Rangers were playing there at the time?
Yeah. So at one point they bought the Islanders, or they rented out the arena
To the Islanders
because they had issues with the building they were in. Don't quote me on that, but they came over to Barclays for a period of time until they got their own building, which they have it in Elmont.
Right.
Now they have their own building. So we have full menu where we would sell all properties. It was college basketball, it was family shows, some concerts, the Nets, and all those entities. We were selling suites, tickets, but I pivoted. I like to do events.
Okay.
So me calling Rob, you and Rob every day to like, hey, do you want to buy tickets? Not you guys, but
right.
people to buy tickets. Do you want to buy a suite? Do you want to buy season tickets? Do you want to buy partial season tickets, a loge, whatever? I was like, let me just bring people to me and do events, do cool events. People will call me instead of me calling them. So I switched it up. And that's also what set me apart in being good at the job, because you have a quota. Even if I at a car dealership, if you don't sell 10 cars in a month, you get written up.
Right.
You get a pink slip, whatever.
So there's no base salary.
Basically not. Each it's a low salary, so it's an incentive. If your job is to sell, I'm not gonna give you a bunch of money. You're not gonna be motivated.
Right.
So I gotta give you the lowest amount possible. And now when you sell, you make more money. So there's no limit to what you can make. So that encourages you to keep going, because you can make $1 million if you sell enough tickets.
Wow.
But so that's how it's structured as far as the money. So the more tickets you sell, the more money you make.
So
you got a commission.
Okay, so now, like, give us a picture of what a day that would go through. Like, do you have like a Rolodex of people? Who are you calling? Like, who are these people that you're calling?
Do you have like a certain way that you talk on the phone, certain strategies that you say on the phone to entice people?
It depends on your manager. You could get a script. It's like any sales job, call center job. However, the cool part is you're selling basketball. You're selling an experience. So any sales job would say the same thing. You can have a script. It reminds me of Wolf of Wall Street.
Okay.
And they were hitting the phones. Okay. And to start out, there's a boiler room, not a boiler room. I'll take that back, but it's like a training year, right? And you got to prove yourself, and that's part-time. So a day when I first started ticket sales, 100 calls a day minimum. How do you get those people? You do your own research. You could call the CEO of whatever business. You could call this law firm. You could call this hospital, however you want to find them. You solicit people that are open to be solicited, and then sell them. It's tough. You get a random call from somebody. Yeah, this is the Nets. This is the what? This is the Nets. Okay, where's Kevin Durant? He's not. No, this is Joze. Who are you?
Wow.
So you gotta be good, be quick on your feet, have the gift of gab, build that relationship quick over the phone. They could trust you, and then sell them. So a lot of people, they start out in inside sales. If they do well, then they become full-time sales. So it's about time and opportunity. So I had a 1-year contract to do well, to kill.
Wow.
In that 1 year, and then after that, you're gone. There's like 50 million more people lined up waiting for this opportunity, to work in sports. Kids out of college, people coming from other teams. So you got people behind you waiting for you to mess up or not do well. So that 1 year did well. And then luckily, it's about opportunity and timing too. I wasn't going to get full time. I wasn't going to go. I'm like, it's my 10th month. I have 1 more month left, 2 more months left. What's going on? I didn't get promoted. It was like 5 to 6 of us, and in that program, that inside sales, right, to go become full time. So it's like first it was friends, now it's like, all right, I need 2 people got promoted. I'm like, man, they're not even from Brooklyn. One of them was from Brooklyn. Like, I'm supposed to get it, but one person who was full time, something happened. I don't know, he messed up, whatever, and the seat was open.
Wow.
And then I got the opportunity. So sometimes you're working, you like, what's going on? I'm not getting a break, but just keep going. I kept going to work as if I was gonna get it, or I didn't look at any distractions, and then I got his seat, and then I went crazy from there.
Wow.
Once I saw my name on the website, it's over. Don't tell me nothing.
Bro, you already won
It's
because
over.
I mean, you was manifesting this thing for years. You
Yeah.
had
Right.
like a certain pride where it's like, I'm from Brooklyn, I gotta get this. You know what I'm saying?
I told all my friends, I'll be driving down, like, yeah, I'm gonna be working there. Like, they look at me crazy. Yeah, I'm gonna be in that building.
That's
what's up.
up.
Yeah.
That's big.
Now, with this position, you're meeting all types of people, right? I mean, I think that's one of the great perks. It's a hustle, but you're meeting celebrities, their assistants, and their whole entourage.
Yeah.
And one thing you spoke about was you started doing events.
Yeah.
And you've done some sexy events at that spot. I think you told me about some Jack Daniels event that was happening there, and it was dope. But I remember you specifically were doing events with Karen Civil. Talk to us about that.
And she's one of the smartest people I know, man. So how it came about, I was doing events. I wanted to separate myself. I was tired of calling people. So I wanted to do events where people would call me. And whether it be a silent headphone party, whether it be a fashion week event, whatever it is, or art show, art night, I would do something cool, creative, unique, where people will want to come. So I remember I was in how it started. I was in the office one day. I'm like, yo, what event can I do? And then I was on Facebook. I'm not there no more. So if my boss wanted, why were you on Facebook at work? I was on Facebook, and Facebook Live came on. That's when Facebook Live just started. And then Karen Civil was on there, and she had like 1,000 people in the middle of a work day looking at her live, asking questions, talking about something. I'm like, if she could get 1,000 people in the middle of the day on a weekday to tune in, she could sell me at least 100 tickets. So let's do something. So I found a way. I don't remember how, but I found a way. I reached out to her and I said, I didn't know what to say. I didn't know what to do, but I want you to come here. Let's do an event. She had a book coming out. So it's good to research your clients, who you're trying to work with, learn about them, what they got going on. So you could have something to pitch them or propose to them. So she had a book coming out. Let's do your book launch party here. And she said, all right, cool. Let me get back to you. She came back and made a whole marketing plan, which was a Karen Civil Day, an influencer night. And in my opinion, I think she started what you see now in sports, where they're working with a lot of influencers and just to get people, just to promote either the team or an event that's happening, because social media is it right now.
Right.
So that leads to sales. That's the best marketing tool you can have in this moment. So I think she started that, but she had the whole idea. No, I don't want to just do this, but let's do this. Let's make it big. Let's do that. Let's do this. Let's do that. And it blew my mind, like the things she thought about that I would never have, thought of myself. And yeah, we did one year successful. We built up every year. We just made it bigger and better.
So was this like they gave you the green light to work, to do whatever you need to do to bring people in?
My job was to sell tickets however I can.
They gave you the space.
I'm trying to say this in a political way where, because it's corporate.
Talk your
rules.
shit.
There's rules, right?
Talk your shit.
So sometimes you gotta break the rules. Sometimes you gotta, you know what they say when they say ask for forgiveness later, right? So that's what I did. I went a route where just being innovative. What haven't we done? What can we do in the spaces we have? Can we bring Art Basel to the arena where we did an art show? Can we have use the lounge to do a party? Can we have like a fashion show? Who does a fashion show in a basketball game? But when you think about sports, it's not just basketball. It's the fashion, the players, you're looking at them.
Right.
It's the lifestyle.
It's the whole industry.
It's the music too. You at the game, it's almost a concert. You hearing all your favorite hits.
Yeah.
DJ Khaled's on the floor.
Yeah.
City Girls is there, Jay-Z is there, so Rihanna's there. So it's lifestyle, it's music, it's sports combined in one building. So instead of just the regular route of calling this school or this hospital or this lawyer, let's do something. I still did that, but let's do something cool. So I just took a survey of the land, of what spaces we have, what can we do, and just made it happen.
Wow.
And then asked for forgiveness later.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
That's big, bro.
So
Congrats.
now the pandemic hits, and we didn't speak for a while, and then I think, when did we launch? We launched last year, right? Last August, and then I reached out to you. We're trying to, I reached out because you were one of the first guests that we wanted on.
Right.
Yeah, I remember.
And you were like, yo, you were kind of in limbo.
Yeah.
You was trying to figure out, you was in limbo, and then all of a sudden you in Miami. And not only you in Miami, but now you at the Miami Heat. Talk about that transition.
I think COVID changed a lot of people's lives, mindset, business,
Absolutely.
everything they wanted to do, man. COVID shut down everything, shut down events. So, me being able to sell tickets, there's no tickets. People can't go into those buildings. And that's exactly when I was able to sit down and see, like, what else can I do? I've always wanted to do real estate. I never had the time. I'm working from 9 a.m. to 11 p.m. maybe 3-4 nights a week if there's no concerts, if there's no playoffs, right? So you working all day, all night. So there's no time I need my weekends. I need, my own time. So when COVID hit, you was able to slow down. New York, here, there, do this, do that. So he's able to slow down. And then I had my real estate license since 2018. So when COVID hit, events shut down, there's nothing to do. How are you going to make money? And that's when I've always had it in my back pocket. I had the card, but I never had time to do it. So I brushed it off and I was like, all right, let me do this. And in a year, I sold a condo, sold a house. The year after that, I sold another house, and I was renting apartments here and there too. And that was keeping it going. And then when you hit me, I was like, man, I don't have nothing to really talk about. There's nothing happening in Barclays. There's nothing to promote. But Glad's like, no, just come talk about all the stuff you did. I'm like, I want to do something interesting, something new. And then I knew once things open up, I could get back at it. And again, opportunity, waiting. So the job I have now, I've always wanted to do it in Brooklyn, but everybody was there and they were sitting comfortable. So there's no seat that's going to open up. Right. So took a risk. Everybody loves Florida, South Beach. So it was either LA or Miami. I didn't want to go to Indiana. Right. Like, yo, where you at? I'm in Indiana. All right, bye. Talk to you later. So Miami, LA was one of the destinations, and then I got to be like a fake LeBron. Like, I'm taking my talent to South Beach.
Peace.
That's what's up.
So we over there now doing partnerships, but real estate is my focus because during COVID, I was able to realize, like, financial freedom. The goal is to not have to work. That's the goal, is to not have to work. So finding ways to invest, finding ways to build passive income. And everybody you talk to, even just looking at your podcast, everybody has some form of real estate. Any millionaire, anybody successful has some form of real estate investments. Right. Whether they in real estate, period, or they're not, but they have some type of investment, and it's the vehicle to financial freedom. So I got into that because I knew, you never know, COVID can happen. You got to have something to pivot with. So I'm making sure I keep it a priority, even though I love working in sports. Make sure real estate is a priority in everything. So you had your license your real estate license in New York, or you had to get one in which one? When you said, all right, I'm going to use this real estate, you started working out here in New York, and then in Miami. Like, how did you do it? Once I knew I was going over to the Heat, that's when I got my license in Florida, so that I could do both. Whichever place I'm at, I'll be able to do both. But New York, Florida's New York South now. Because a lot of people could work remote. So if I'm gonna work remote, I don't want to have to wake up in alternate side parking. I don't have to wake up and shovel snow.
Oh my God.
So if I'm home all day, I'd rather be working remote by the beach, by the palm tree. So a lot of people move to either Georgia, Florida. Texas is big too. Austin is big tech boom over there. Phoenix has a lot of affordable houses, and the weather's amazing. So if I'm working remote, I'd rather be somewhere warm that I'm comfortable with, that I love. So a lot of professionals went over down south. That's what's up. Yeah, some people are cool. Some people don't like seeing a New York license plate because their rent's going up. The house value is like
because they seeing
it. But that's the trend right now. And talking about real estate at your event the other day. So inflation and everything, interest rates going up. But either way, it's still where you could invest and put your money in. That's gonna create value. Money in the bank won't do anything for you.
So let me ask you this: so you're in real estate and you're account management with Miami Heat.
Mm-hmm.
So now, you ever thought of merging the two, where now you become a realtor, high-end realtor for these celebrities, basketball players, and all these guys?
Yeah, I call it hoops and houses. Right, that's my tagline.
Dope.
Eventually, we can't really fraternize with the players because just because of how the NBPA, the contracts are set up. So I can't really. But if it's their agents or something like that, shout out to JR. I remember when Harden came to Brooklyn, I hit up a guy who was working with them, and I was like, yo, if he needs a house, let me know, I'm ready. But hopefully that happens. But it's more so the passive income, so I don't have to work anymore, man.
Yeah,
that's what's going. That's what's up. So that's your sweet spot, right? As far as real estate, and we're gonna talk more about this Miami Heat.
Let's go Heat.
Job, yeah, no doubt.
Yeah.
But being that we're talking about real estate, how do you like your sweet spot is being a realtor, right? Like, do you fix and flip down there, or is right now your focus is just being a realtor?
I'm learning all of those things from watching Sock Passe podcast. Make sure you subscribe because you guys have the best people in the game as far as fix and flip, investing, wholesaling, Webley with Jude. So I'm learning all of that. I haven't done it. I'm more of an agent. Okay. So if someone's looking to buy a house, I go through all the steps with them. I guide them. Okay. Someone's selling a house, I make sure they get their top value for their house when they're selling it in this market. All the lawyers that involve the mortgage rate. So I guide them through the process of that side. So I'm on the agent side. And eventually, once I learn that, I think that's going to help me in going into, in wholesaling and fix and flip, rehab, renting out units, Airbnbs, because I have that, going forward. Because I didn't want to just jump in. I'm like, let me start with the little things and then build up.
That makes sense. Yeah. That makes sense. That's a good move.
Yeah,
that's definitely a good move.
You spoke at the event the other night, and you had said something about building relationships. Can you speak about that? Because you're a master networker, but in being in real estate, like after you sell the property to somebody, they don't hear it anymore from their realtor. Talk about that.
Yeah. Well, I'll be humble about it because these are my first clients. I don't know how I'm going to be after the 20th person I sell, but these are my first clients, so I really care. So if you're looking to buy a house now, you work with me now. I'm holding your hand. I'm taking care of you, making sure nothing goes wrong, everything goes smooth. But yeah, it happens. You get a realtor and they don't get your money, but they sell you. They do their job, provide their service, get you the house you want, get you into contract. That's it. You can't call them. There's no customer service.
Right. You
can't call them and say, hey, this is wrong. No, you did your inspection. You did everything. We made sure you got it appraised. You can't, there's no going back. So, yeah, Webley, right? I think he was talking about that. These people work for you. The lender, the appraiser, they all work for you. You could fire them at any moment. And you got to make sure you do your due diligence so you're not screwed at the end. And your realtor's going after that. Once you get the keys, they're on to the next deal.
Right.
Yeah. It's not intentional, or they're going to the next deal. They have like 10 more people they gotta help.
Right.
But my first clients that I work with, they could call me today. I just helped. She bought a house in Queens. I just helped her out with getting a discount on her property insurance. She had this file. She got a bill. What happens was they forgot to give the closing disclosure to the property agent, so you get a discount when you buy a new house. Right. So it was like a $98 discount she got, but I helped her out, sent the disclosure for her and got it. So she could still call me to this day if something's wrong. She needs help. She needs this. She needs a contractor. She needs somebody to fix the lights. I could refer her to people and stuff like that. So you'll get that full service from me. But once I get crazy busy, I don't know.
Well, quick question. How do you find the time to separate the two?
I live on my calendar, man. You got to live on your calendar. Sometimes your calendar overlaps, you run late or whatever, but live on the calendar and just organizing yourself, prioritizing what comes first, and then go from there. You have time if you make time for it, especially if you have an end goal and you know the why. If you're just doing it to do it and something happens, you're going to get distracted because it's not as important. But if you know the why and you know the end goal that you have, you're going to look at it as the most important thing in the world, and you're gonna make time for it for
True.
sure. You live on your calendar. That's it. Stay organized.
That's what's up. So Miami Heat, you're doing something completely different than what you was doing with the Nets.
Mm-hmm.
Talk to us in detail. Give us the description of account manager partnerships for the Miami Heat.
So partnerships is the key word. And when I was in Barclays for 8 years, all I did was build partnerships with people, whether it was their company that they had, if it's a law firm that needs to find an IT person. I sold this lawyer, I sold this suite to this IT company. Oh, let me introduce you. And they form a relationship, they do business together, they partner. So this IT company services this law firm and all their offices. So that's a partnership that I help create.
Okay.
And partnership marketing is, once they get that partnership, how do you come together and market for each other and help each other, business grow? So ticket sales helped me develop the skills to be able to do that. When I was working at Barclays doing events, fashion shows, you got vendors, you got people that you have to work with, different companies. A cosmetic company, align them with the show. The art show that I did with Susai, right? Tanduai Rum was the presenting or the sponsor for that event. So bringing the two together, finding the collaboration that makes sense for these two brands, these two companies, and then making an event out of it and marketing it. So when you go to a game and you see Amex or you see Geico or those brands have partnerships with the NBA. For example, the All-Star game, you see the Rising Stars, was presented by Clorox. Mm-hmm. Or when the NBA does something with Oreo cookies and they have the logos of the NBA teams on the Oreo cookies, that's a partnership that they did, and they do commercials for it. So once they do the partnership and you see the commercials, you see the deliverables, the activations, the setups, the pop-up shops, or the product that they're selling, that's the partnership marketing part of it, where they market it to both consumers. So now you got Oreo people, mm-hmm. loyalists, and you got NBA fans coming together, and they're selling the product together.
So the money is not the problem, because these companies obviously got the money. So it's all about what makes sense for them in presenting the marketing to the people.
Because you got to think about it. NBA mm-hmm. is a global business, is a global brand. So if you're trying to elevate your company, elevate your brand, you're going to reach a wider audience from all over.
Right.
And it trickles down to the teams in each market. So if for example, crypto.com, when they took LA, right? Now everybody is checking out that website, is signing up on their platform. FTX, same goes with whatever brand you see, the jersey patches. They'll go. Now the NBA fans are looking at that company, and right. that whoever is with that company is looking at how big they are working with the NBA as well. So right. both benefit from it.
Yeah, because the players are like walking billboards.
Walking billboards, absolutely.
Strong
yeah,
following.
For sure. Are you bringing your creativity to these like partnership ideas to the Heat, or are they telling you these are the partnerships I want to do, make it happen?
You could bring a deal to them. I could bring a deal to them, but I'm more on the marketing activation side. So when a deal happens, I'm making sure whatever they wanted in their contract is executed, and any new creative, innovative ways they can make it better, I provide that insight, because I know the building, I know the industry, I know the fans, I know what will work. So whatever they ask for in their contract to help market their product, their company, I'll be able to make sure everything gets delivered within their contract term. So Team Sac Passe partners with the Nets, and in your contract, you want to do 3 shows a year at Crown Club. Mm-hmm. I'm making sure everything happens right, the logistics, the building security, everything's in order so that your contract is fulfilled. Gotcha. And there's nothing that you ask for, that you pay for, isn't delivered. That's my job to manage it and then renew you, keep you coming every year. That's where the relationship comes. You work with people you like.
Right.
So knowing your business, knowing what you need, what can help you elevate, is going to keep you there and keep you spending money with us and keep you as a partner. So that's basically it.
That's what's up. Can you talk about a quick example of the last recent partnership that you've kind of helped make happen?
Yeah, I just started. Next time I come on this show, I'm gonna have a lot more. But it's my first few months there, and the deals we have, Miami is such an interesting city. You could be at a game and you're sitting next to somebody from New York.
Mhm.
This person is from Colombia. Person behind you is from Switzerland. And then the person in front of you is from Fort Lauderdale. So Miami is that's why it was an easier transition from New York to Miami, because it's a melting pot as well. And it's also a tourist vacation part. And what I learned is that all the people with the money, Bitcoin money, whatever money they have with the Ferraris, that's there in Miami with the condos,
Right.
fast lifestyle. And then a lot of the wealthy or, middle class people there in Fort Lauderdale, Boca, West Palm, and they drop down to Miami.
Okay.
It's just like people in Brooklyn, but they go work in Manhattan.
Correct.
Right. So you in Long Island, Queens, you go work in Manhattan. So that market is very unique. So a lot of the companies, the brands, you gotta be able to be multinational, and appeal to different markets. So you got Little Havana, you got Little Haiti, you got a lot of different cultures there, that you will be able to market to that you wouldn't be able to anywhere else.
So would you, if there was a deal with Brooklyn Nets right now, I said, Joze, we need you back, and would double your pay, would you take Brooklyn or would you stay in Miami?
See, that's a big decision. You got the palm trees, you got South Beach.
He ain't coming back, right?
He
He ain't coming
coming
back.
back.
He ain't coming back.
I see it in his eyes already.
He's gonna come back to chill, do some interviews, check some people,
Yeah.
but he ain't coming back.
We'll see how this playoffs. Now I'm joking. No, Miami's a good city, but it's the NBA as a whole. Working in sports, basketball, and it's it's NFL, MLB, but basketball just has a different element because, like you said, the players, you see that face.
Right.
There's no helmets, there's no uniforms like a baseball helmet or anything. You see that face, you know them. And with social media, it wasn't like that back in the days with Jordan. And with social media, now you know who their girlfriends are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where they eating? It's crazy.
Celebrity interactions. What are some dope stories that you've had along the way with working with the Nets and the Heat that you could tell us about?
Called Rihanna. She blocked me.
Word?
Oh, wow.
Tell me about that.
That was my favorite part. At least she said hello. But
so you had to call her she was coming to this.
I wanted her to do an event with me. I was all about events, man. I was calling. Let's do an event. They're gonna call me. So she had a charity. So I found out she had a charity, and I wanted to help raise money, and do a nonprofit night with her here. And then there was a person at the company who was friends with her. And then so she was in the system. Got a number one day. I was like, I didn't know what to say. Robin? Should I say Rihanna? I don't know what to say. So I called. I think I said, be a professional. I said Robin. He said, oh, who is this? Yeah, my name's Joze. I'm working with Nets. I wanted to do something with your charity. How'd you get this number? Oh, so-and-so, I don't want to say his name, so-and-so worked with you here, and then just wanted to follow up. And then she's like, all right, let me call you back.
Never called you back.
Call next week. This number is not as
yeah. They changed it. That was like every week,
but,
literally.
But as far as celebrities, everybody comes and goes. But I got to meet. A lot of people I didn't get to work with because you got to build a relationship with them. So you meet somebody once, you connect. It's not go, which is what probably I did wrong, and I learned with Rihanna. Build that relationship, start and learning about them, so they could trust in you, and then go from there. But yeah, you meet a lot of people. Steve Style, Kirby, Karen introduced me to a lot of people as well, and then we did halftime shows. Afrobeat did a halftime show. Party did a halftime show with me as well. And then after that, you build that relationship. Either they're coming out to a game, or you see them and you exchange emails and you stay in touch. Congratulations on this, congratulations on that, and that builds the rapport with them. And then when you eventually want to work with them, it'll be easy, it'll be smooth, no problem. One thing too I'll share about networking. When I network, a lot of people ask me, how do I do it? I don't go in for myself. I network, I find out about this person, learn about them to connect them with somebody else. So if I meet somebody who does this, I'm going to say, hey, Glad Rob, you should meet this person. They do that. You guys work together. Now, if I ever get into a situation where I need something, I could go to this person, go to that person, because they did business. They made money from my connection.
True.
I didn't spend any money, and relationships go a long way.
Absolutely. And I can attest to what you said, because I remember there was a time we went to an event. I think you you literally grabbed me like, yo, I want to introduce you to this person, like 4 or 5 people. And that's who, just amassing that. And then I reciprocated the same thing, like, oh, yo, Joze, come over here. Come meet the stylist or this person over here. So it was like that's how you do it.
That's the key. Don't be selfish with it.
Yeah.
Because it's gonna be weird. It's gonna be awkward. Do this for me. I need you to do this.
Right.
I see you do that. They don't know you. But if you could bring them business, or you could slowly build that relationship, it's gonna be better when you guys eventually do business together.
No doubt. No
Wow.
doubt. That's what's up, man. Ooh. Well, I think it's time for the mysterious question. He doesn't even know about this.
Oh yeah.
Well, he probably does if he's been watching the podcast. But we're gonna
mysterious
question.
Mysterious question.
Yeah, mysterious question right there.
Go for it. I don't know which one you're gonna get, but good luck.
Man. Yeah, probably. See, you don't go for the one that's already.
There you go.
Cool. Go ahead, read it.
Go ahead. Go for it.
Wow. All right. So the question is, have you found your purpose? If so, what is it? My purpose, besides family, building family legacy, is I love to entertain and help people. So 2 things. Entertain. When I create events, that's the best feeling ever. Where you have a thought, and then you're there and you're seeing it come to life.
True.
So connecting people, providing entertainment, providing a platform for people to express or show their interest in a light, on a stage or at a show or at a function, bringing that to life gets me excited. It wakes me up every day. I think, and just being a dot connector, man, like connecting people, working with brands. But those are the 2 things: building legacy, family, so that you could have a Joze Foundation. Even when you're long gone, I was at a gym and I saw Jackie Robinson on the wall. I thought that was cool. He's not here no more, but we still talk about him. He still has a day. So doing something, being impactful in the world, leaving a legacy, leaving stuff behind even when you're gone, and creating value, creating entertainment, creating value that's fun, cool, exciting to the people.
Wow.
Well said.
Well said, bro.
I was freestyle.
I
didn't expect that question.
Well, one day,
Team
Sock Passe podcast going to take a tour of Miami Heat Arena.
For sure.
No doubt.
We're going to interview you. You'll be the first.
Sure. No doubt. Can't wait for that.
That.
Put it out there. We're going to
throw it out
manifest
there.
it the same way you manifested your career and you're working for them. We're going to manifest that. I like that.
You sit right in the middle of the arena.
After that, we go to Little Haiti.
We go to Little Haiti.
Chef Creole.
No doubt.
And we'll just we'll just follow you for the day.
No doubt. I like that.
And
day in the life.
Day in the life of Joze.
No doubt. I like that.
And then go Heat, man. Playoff run. Let's go Heat.
No doubt.
Yeah.
No doubt.
No doubt, man. Yo, thank you so much.
Appreciate you guys.
Jet
man. You
setter.
guys are doing good, man. I love the table, the signage, the branding, the cups.
Thank you, man.
Thank
we working.
You,
we pushing.
We working. Thank you.
We
man.
working, man.
Appreciate you.
Rob, let us know where they can find us. Housekeeping items.
Oh well, before that, we gotta. Yeah, give your handle.
Oh yeah, give your handle. My bad.
Follow me at j.f.realtor for all your real estate needs. Buy a house, sell a house. And then for updates on events, if you have a brand that you like to do a partnership with, let me know. In the sports world, Joze BK. You can follow me there too. Just hit me up wherever. If you can't find me, hit up Team Sock Passe. They'll connect you to me.
Quick question: do these brands have to have a certain budget, or can they be like low mid brands on the come up that you can work with as well?
Can't speak to that. That's corporate.
Okay.
But all opportunities are welcome. We'll definitely work with what you have.
Okay.
To make it happen.
No doubt.
That's what's up.
And hoops. Tell them your
hoops and houses.
Hoops and houses.
I see. That's big,
that.
bro.
I heard that.
I love that.
I love that.
That's dope.
That's what's up.
That's dope. All right, man. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Joze, BK.
Yes, sir.
In the oh my God. Team Sock Passe Podcast. Don't forget Team Sock Passe Podcast. You're going to see all the information down below.
No doubt.
Subscribe, share, comment. Please subscribe. Please subscribe, share, comment below so we can bring you great people such as Joze on this podcast platform show. And that's it.
Yeah.
Till next time, Team Sock Passe.
We out.
We out.
Beat.